Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome to my channel. In this video, we will be covering Learn Python in 30 minutes. There are hundreds of Python in 30-minute videos and blog articles. What makes this video so special? This video, we are going to do things differently. Instead of going through Python programming language features and how to code each of them, we are going to code two programming tasks which will cover beginner level Python concepts. I'm also going to share with you my framework of how to learn a new programming language. I hope this will help you learn to code beginner Python level concepts easily. Why learn Python? Because it's super easy and super fun. It is an ideal language for someone learning to code. Being a high-level language, Python reads like English. It is a general purpose language, which means it can be used to build just about anything. Professionally, Python is great for backend web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning, scientific computing, and creating your own desktop application. According to developer survey by Stack Overflow, in 2019, Python took the fourth spot in the most popular technologies list, edging ahead of Java, while JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and SQL topped the rankings. Python is popular among big companies like Amazon, Deloitte, Microsoft, Apple, Oracle, Google, Accenture, and Facebook. In my day job as an engineering lead at Oracle Big Data, I use Python for API development, DevOps, and data analysis. We are going to go through my framework of learning any programming language first and cover what all will we do in this video. I have divided programming concepts into two areas, beginner and advanced. We will only be covering beginner concepts in this video. Beginner concepts are print statements, writing comments, getting user input, functions, exception handling, conditionals if and else, iterations, loops, arrays, list, array list, hash maps, hash tables, and dictionaries. Advanced concepts are objects, oops, linked list, tags, queue, trees, debugging, and testing. Programming tasks covered in this video are: the first task is Hello World, asks for the name of the user and greets him by displaying Hello username on screen. Second task is duplicate chars. Find all duplicate characters in a given string. For example, if the string is Rahul Arora, the duplicate chars are R and A. Each task will cover some programming concepts. For Hello World task, we will cover print statements, writing comments, get user data, functions, conditionals, if else, and exception handling. For the second task, duplicate characters, the programming concepts used will also include conditionals, if else, iteration, arrays, which are called lists in Python, and hash maps, which are called dictionaries in Python. For this video, we will be using Python 3 and VS Code. Please go to the Getting Started with Python in VS Code article at https://docs/python/python-tutorial for steps to install Python and VS Code in your respective operating system. I will add this link in the description as well. I recommend using Homebrew for installing Python and VS Code for macOS because that is what I did for my setup. Open a new window and type in brew.sh. Copy this statement. Open a new terminal. In the terminal, paste this and click enter. I am not going to do this because I have already installed Homebrew on my MacBook. After the Homebrew is installed, Install Python using the following command: brew install python 3. Then install Visual Studio Code using Homebrew Cask. So Homebrew Cask extends the Homebrew and installs and manages GUI Mac OS applications such as Visual Studio Code. Brew, Cask, install Visual Studio Code. Once you are done installing both Python 3 and Visual Studio Code, you are ready to move on to the programming tasks. Click on the Visual Studio Code, File, Add folder to Workspace. Go to Desktop. Let's create a new folder, Python. Create the folder, click on the folder, click Add. So now save this workspace, call it Python, click on New File, hello world.py. So comments can be used to make the code more readable. Comment starts with a hash. So the task 1 is ask for the name of the user and greet him by displaying hello with the username that the user provides on the screen. For multi-line comments, we use single quote or double quotes. So 3 single quotes followed by the multi-line comment followed by the ending quotes, or 3 double quotes followed by the multi-line comment followed by 3 of the same type of quotes. So multi-line comment here. How to write print statements, right? Like the print function prints the specified message to the screen or other standard output devices. So this is the built-in print function. So date is April 18th, 2020. So this is how you write print statement. What exactly is a variable? A variable is a named location used to store data in memory. So for example, month is equal to April, date is equal to 18, year is equal to 2020. So we have created a variable named month and we assigned the value of value equal to April here. So variable do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. Suppose year is equal to 2020, we can also say year is equal to 2020, and these two are valid. So we'll comment it out. So how to write a print statement with different var types? You basically have to make sure that all of them are strings. So month, then date, and then comma, space, and then year. This will error out because date here is an integer, not a string, and so is the year. So in order to make sure that this doesn't error out, what we do is we basically make sure that the date and the year are converted to string. So we'll copy this again and we'll make the modification. So we'll convert an integer to string using the inbuilt str function, which does the typecasting for you. And typecasting is basically converting one type to another, which here we are converting int to a string. Or we can use the format function. The date is one variable, another variable, comma, another variable. Then you format month, comma, date, comma, year, and it will automatically do the typecasting on its own. So Python 3 has a built-in function called input. So we'll now create a variable called username, and input will have the question we ask the user. what is your name? And once the user answers, we will say hello, do this, and then we'll use the curly braces and do format user name. How to write functions? So what exactly are functions? So functions help break our program into smaller and modular chunks. A function blocks begin with the keyword def followed by the function name, which we'll call greet user here, and parenthesis and a colon. Any input parameters or arguments should be placed within these parentheses, which will say name. So return the same. So now why did we did a return instead of print? Because a return exits a function, optionally passing back an expression to the caller. You can also return a statement with no arguments, which basically means it's returning none. And then print greet user with the username. In our case, 22 is same as 30. So I'm going to this out to right click. Now it says run Python file in terminal. Run the file. This was the error statement. Can only concatenate string with string to string, which we have fixed here. So I am going to comment out line 16 and run this again. Date is April 18, April 20, all of them looks the same. So we are going to comment out all these lines, from line number 9 to 19, because these are not part of our task, and we will start with our task. So what's your name? Rahul. It says hello Rahul, hello Rahul. So this line number 22 is equal to line number 30. So we'll create another function here, def greet user 1, and we are going to change the first character of the username to an uppercase. So name is a string. Name here is a string which is equal to an array of characters. So if name is equal to Rahul, means R is the 0th index and A is the first, and so on. So we are going to return hello with two curly braces and an exclamation mark and dot format. So we will convert the first char, which is the 0th index, upper, and name 1 colon, which will basically means that print the name from the first index to the last one. And let's try this out. Rahul. So now the first character of the username is uppercase. So let's write another function. Def greet user 2, which check whether name is alphanumeric only, as names cannot have special chars. Also, this is a good example of showing how to throw exceptions. So we'll throw an exception if a string name has special char. So we'll use an inbuilt function, a string function called isAlnum. So So what isAlnum does? IsAlnum method returns true if all the characters are alphanumeric. Alphanumeric means either A to Z or cap or uppercase A to Z or 0 to. So it will return true for these scenarios. So in this case, we'll return greet user1 with name, else we'll raise a value error which mentions name cannot have special characters. So what are exceptions? Exceptions are a convenient way of handling errors and special conditions in a program, which in our case is the special characters. Raising an exception breaks current code execution and returns the exception back until it is handled. So if we basically wrote print 1 here, it is not going to print 1. It's going to raise the exception and return. We use value errors because we are basically dealing with an inappropriate value. So value errors are when a built-in operation or a function receives an argument that has the right type but an inappropriate value. So what is your name? Rahul12. You are good. What is your name? Use a special character. This, oh, name cannot have special character. In case we have to handle it more gracefully and print something different than returning an exception, we should properly do error handling. So error handling is done through the use of exceptions that are caught in try blocks and handled in except blocks. So we are going to try except here, and we basically catch the exception, and in case there is an exception, we will ask for the user name again. We'll say special char found. What is your name? Or special char not allowed. Character in username not allowed. What is your name? In this, we run it. Says what is your name? Print Rahulat. Says no, special characters in username not allowed. What is your name? Okay. Rahul. Says hello Rahul. So that's how you basically handle an exception. If an error is encountered, a try block code execution is stopped. So if I write print test, this is not going to get executed if I use a username with a special character. It never went to this line number 51. It automatically transferred to line 53, from 50 to 53 if there was an exception. And that is the end of task 1. We'll move on to task 2. Right click, new file, duplicate chars.py. So task 2 is find all duplicate characters in a given string. For example, if the string is Rahul Arora, the duplicate chars is R and A. For this task, we are going to use 3 data types. The first one is Python list. So list is a collection which is ordered and changeable. It allows duplicate members. Lists are written with a square brackets. So we'll initialize a list with square brackets, and this list contains 3 integers, 100, 2 and 10. So by using a print we can actually print the entire list. If we have to access one of the elements and print it, we basically follow the index mechanism where 100 is the 0th index, 2 is the element on the first index, and 10 is the element on the second index. So let's run it. For this example, the first index is 2. That is what is printed here. Now how to append new elements to the list. So we use the inbuilt append function to append the elements. So now the list will contain 4 elements and the last one will be 5. How to delete an element? So let's delete the 0th item in the list. In the list again. 2, 10 and 5. Now we'll show how to iterate through the list. For x in my list, print x, which in our original case will print 100, then 2 and then 10. 100, 2 and 10. Now in scenarios where you also want to get the index, we use a special function, inbuilt function, which is enumerate. X, or we can actually use format at x dot format, which we discussed how to do in the last task. So 100 element at index 0, 1 and 2. The second data type that we would like to discuss in this is a Python string. The Python string was already shown in the previous example. The string is a sequence of characters. So this means my string is equal to my string chars, which is basically equal to of characters. How to access characters? So we again access characters using the way we did it with the list. So this will basically print h. Strings are immutable. So if we do my string 0 equal to p and then try printing it, going to throw an error saying the str object does not support item assignment. So even though strings are sequence of characters, they are immutable. Iterating through a string is the same way as you do it for a list. Look up line number 14, 15 and 17, 18 for that. The third type of data type that we are discussing is Python dictionaries, or hash maps or hash tables as they are called in other languages. MyDict. Python dictionaries is a on-order collection of items. While other compound data types have only one value as an element, a dictionary has a key value pair. So name is the key and value is Rahul. Age is a key and the value is 33. Dictionaries are written within curly braces. Now we'll go through how to access elements in a dictionary using key. Print MyDict name Rahul. So the the name key has the value Rahul. What happens if we use a key which is not present in the dictionary? It will throw out an exception key error if the key is not found. We can also access elements in the dictionary by using the inbuilt function get. So get returns none if key is not found, instead of returning an exception. Also, we can use get to throw a different kind of return statement if the key is not found. So instead of the line number 33 get will return none, whereas the line number 34 will return empty. Now how to change the value particular key? Now the name is Rahul Arora instead of Rahul. So we will add a key 6 in the dictionary and assign it a value M. And the last one that I want to show is how to delete a key in the dictionary. So we'll use the del keyword, which we used in list as well. So del with the key that you want to delete, and then we are going to again print. Oh, I did. So what happened? So 6 was deleted. And the last one that I want to show you is how to iterate a dictionary for key comma value in my dict.items. Print key comma value. Going to print name Rahul Arora, age 33. So now back to the task. So we'll create a dictionary strdict and we'll create an empty dictionary here. So this is how you do empty dict initialization using the inbuilt function dict. For char in strdict char equal to strdict dot get char 0 plus 1. So what we are trying to do here is we are going to initialize a dictionary, and then based on the occurrence of the character we are going to populate the dictionary in such a way that the key will be the character and the value will be the number of times that particular character is present in that particular word. So in this example, R is 3. So 1, 2 and 3. A is 3. A1, A2, A3 and so forth. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a list here, duplicate char list, and initialize an empty list. Now we are going to iterate over the strdict.items, and if the value is greater than 1, we are going to append that particular character to the duplicate char list. If a character has value more than 2, that means it's duplicate. Prints R and A, and that covers our tasks 2. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have comment about anything, just leave a comment down below and I will reply it at the earliest. The goal of this channel is to make informative programming video tutorials. Whenever I learn a new language or a framework, my goal is to always build something instead of looking up how to code. Hopefully, I will be adding more quality video tutorials in this channel where we build something exciting. For example, an API or a mobile app or a bot, and learn about the language or the framework as we go building. The next video in this series will be a Flask quick start tutorial where we will code a simple API. Please subscribe to my channel to get updates about the new videos. Please let me know what you think about the video in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching.